back, y'all. I finished treatment number 4, a week and a half ago. It has been a rough week and a half. This is definitely cumulative symptoms from these treatments, like 100%. I have been having more symptoms earlier than I did before. So when I left treatment last week, I was tired. Like when I left that day, which is the first. Still had an appetite the first day, but that second day, I didn't really want to eat. My body was really drained and tired, and just that fatigue just hit me like a ton of bricks. Laid around a lot last week. We took Kingsley to her cousin's house because I just knew I wasn't going to be able to really do much for her last weekend. So that was helpful. Really didn't have appetite. Still don't really have too much of an appetite this week. Tried to force myself to eat. That was tough. When I would eat, shortly after a couple hours, I would have diarrhea or my stomach would just be in knots. So yeah, I'm a little nervous. I have 2 treatments left, and so far I've been okay to go to work, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna make it these next 2 treatments as far as just being as productive as I have been. I've been tired more than I've ever been. My muscles hurt more than they ever have. It's overwhelming. It's really overwhelming. And, you know, when people offer things to me like, you know, to keep Kingsley, send me food, helpful, very helpful. But I don't know that that's helping me. It's helping her. It is helping me because I don't have to worry about her, but me, the person, when people are like, how are you doing? You know, what do you need from me? I don't know how to answer. I really don't. Because, yes, I'm so grateful beyond measure that I'm alive. That I can sit here and record this and talk to you about how I feel and, you know, give these descriptions. But it's tough. It's really tough to wake up every day and not know how you're gonna feel. I didn't anticipate that all of last week I would be tired and not eating, because it wasn't like that before. And like literally I would get home, try to do as much as I could with Kingsley, not much at all, and then I would be asleep. And then this week, a little bit of insomnia kicked in Monday and Tuesday. Not Monday and Tuesday. Yeah, a little bit of Monday, like fell asleep on the couch, couldn't go back to sleep. Actually, no, it was Wednesday, Thursday, where that insomnia just kind of kicked in and I was up. Even when I'm asleep, I don't feel like I get good sleep. So that's an issue. My nails, the black part of it is growing. Well, you really can't tell because the light, but it's moving up. It's also now on my toenails, which it wasn't before. My doctor recommended that I see a renal doctor. It's not called a renal doctor. It's like neuropathy, neuro something. But kidney doctor nonetheless. my levels are fine, but she just wants me to have someone on standby just in case. So I'm supposed to schedule that appointment. Next week, I get a mammogram. The week after, I see Dr. Lee, who's my breast doctor, to go over the mammogram results and see if everything's moving in the direction they want it to, and then schedule my surgery. This has been a long road. Emotionally, I'm just tired. I didn't think this would be that hard, but it is. Like to wake up and really not know what you're going to be able to do that day. I mean, there are moments that, like, I'm so tired. People are talking to me and I can't even process what they're saying. Like, I just sit there and look at them, like, literally at work. It was just like I was some zombie going through the motions. You know, all of my energy was used throughout the day, and I just feel like by the time I got home, I was like overly conscious of how I treated Kingsley, how I talked to her, because it's not her fault that I'm so tired. And I think by the time she would go to bed at 7:30, 8 o'clock, emotionally, mentally, and physically, I was spent. And I would just like collapse. That's how I felt. Like, okay, I don't need to be on anymore. I'm going to bed. Or my body just like would give out. There would be times when I'll be laying there like, okay, here's what I need to do. I'm going to eat this, or attempt to eat this. I'm going to get some water. I'm going to do this. And it was like I couldn't move. Like my body was just in a state of like paralysis. Like I couldn't move. And I knew what I needed to do. I just couldn't physically do it. I've never been in this situation. I know there are thousands and millions of people who have, for various reasons, not just for chemo treatment. And it's just hard. It's hard. You know, I have this podcast, and this week I couldn't even wrap my head around posting an episode, which takes me at this point not very long because I'm into the groove, even if I repost the old episode. And I couldn't even do it. Like I couldn't mentally get myself together to repost really an old episode. I just didn't post anything because I was so tired. I'm afraid of the next, 2 months, I guess? A month, because it's July 1st and my last treatment is August 2nd. So almost a month I'll have to deal with these next 2 treatments. And it's undescribable. Like, way that I feel is undescribable. Even when I'm trying to eat and I just can't. Like, literally, I cannot swallow the food. I feel like there's like crushed, I don't even know. Like my mouth is hot. My throat is hot. I feel like my tongue starts to swell and talking feels weird. Drinking stuff feels weird. My eyes bother me. At one point, I felt like my ears were clogged and I could barely hear anything. It's hard. This is not, I don't know. And I don't know. I fear that, somebody that I know close to me will have to go through what I'm going through, and I hate that for them. Again, I talked to y'all about my little cousin who, when she was 2, was diagnosed with a rare cancer and underwent treatment. And it's like, you can't tell me that, I don't know. It's just a terrible fate that we have been dealt. My uncle had cancer. My little cousin had cancer. My aunt had cancer. It's a terrible disease. I'm not doing good, y'all. I mean, I'm not. I know this week coming up will be my good week. Try to get some interviews done for the podcast and edit them next week. Just so I have something to put out there, because I know the week after is my next treatment. And who knows how my body's going to react. So, trying to be okay, but I think the hardest thing is that when people tell me I look tired. Or they don't tell me I look tired, and then they say, get some rest. Because it's just like, damn, I must look bad. I must really look bad today. Or everybody's like, are you alright? You just look so tired. Yeah. And not all those people know that, I have cancer and I'm going through treatment. So there's that. But, pray for me, because I have 2 more to go.